when we measure the finals opponents, because you like competition, right, Tiki? You always talk about the areas, you talk about competition, you talk about level of competition when you question modern day players like Jokic, right? And so you be quick on them on who the competition at the center position. Well, let me ask you about competition. Who had the better competition in the finals, Tiki? Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Michael Jordan.
He played
how so? Well, when I say this fact, I'm going to give you one fact.
Hold on. You asked me a question. Can I answer it?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
P5.
I'm listening.
You just sit right there and hold your dinosaur pills and wait till I tell you. Hold on.
Bro. I'm listening.
It was right there. Young Africa. First of all, Herm took the words out of my mouth. Jordan faced more 60-win teams than anybody. So he was facing some of the best teams in the NBA, in every NBA Finals almost. From the Seattle Supersonics to the Utah Jazz. So the list goes on to Utah Jazz. So let's cut this out. Let's not act like he wasn't playing all-time great teams, right?
So how many Hall of Famers did those teams have? How many Hall of Famers? How many?
Hold on, let me finish.
How many Hall of Famers? You just need to tell me that.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
So the Utah Jazz had, I think, 3 Hall of Famers on that team, and then.
Hey, what do you mean? I didn't ask you what you think. I asked you about the facts, and ain't no 3 Hall of Famers on the Utah Jazz. Who the Hall of Famers? John Stockton, Carmelo, and who? And who?
Wasn't Hornacek a Hall of Famer?
No, he was not. No, he was not. Light work. Once again, give me the Hall of Famers. So 2. Hey, how many Hall of Famers did Jordan have on that team when they came against the Utah Jazz twice? How many?
Hold on. Let him answer. Hold on. Let him answer this question. Let him answer the question.
What?
All right, hold on. So let's do this. All right, let's do this again.
That's a simple question. Ain't no answer though. Got the whole blue squad up in here. I'm asking you a question. Go ahead. You got it.
Africa. I know you running around here somewhere with them dusty ass shoes you got on. Hey, look. Hold on.
See what you got to do? They drowning right now. They drowning right now. Hey, you can't Hornacek was a Hall of Famer. Wrong. Go ahead.
Let's slow down so we can actually get to your points.
No. Simple question.
Hold on, bro, my man. Can we please slow down so we get to your points?
All right, go ahead.
I really want to get to your. I swear I want to get to your points, right? All right. So, hey, Africa, you a funny dude. You know that, man. So look, hey, Africa. So, you telling me that Jeff Hornacek didn't make the All-Star team?
I didn't ask about All-Stars. I asked about Hall of Famers.
Hold on, Jeff Hornacek. Hold on, Africa. Jeff Hornacek never made the All-Star team.
Not that.
No, he did. Did I ask about the All-Star team or did I ask about the Hall of Fame?
I can answer that.
P5.
I can answer that.
P5. We're not P5. Hold on, P5. You got a whole man, so I can actually answer your question.
You're trying to corner him.
How are you talking? No. P5.
Don't say with P5. Stay out of this.
Hold on. P5. Hold on 1 second. P5. How are you talking when I'm trying to answer his question, P5?
Okay, all right.
You want me to answer his question or not?
I'll put myself on mute. Here.
You trying to cut me off? You're trying to cut me off when I'm trying to ask him a question, right? Right?
Hey, this ain't about P5. Don't do that. Don't do that, Ticket.
So Africa, you there?
I've been asking. Right, Go ahead.
So
you
Africa,
got it, man.
Let's get to it. So Africa, hold on, Africa. Now let's get to it. Now, Africa, did Jeff Hornacek ever make an All-Star team?
Man, he made 1 All-Star team, man. Did I ask about All-Stars? I thought I asked about Hall of Fame.
P5. Do you want to get sent to the upper room, brother? Stay out of this. The 18 conversation. See your way out of this. Know what I'm saying? Thank you, brother. So back to you, Africa. So Jeff Hornacek did make an All-Star team, right?
Yeah. Okay. 1-time All-Star. Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Right. Okay. So he did make an All-Star team. Case in point. So these dudes were the type of competition, the type of guys that Jordan was playing against. He did make an All-Star team in his career, right? So now you have that along with Carl, along with John Stockton, along with Hornacek, and then other guys on that team that you underrate, that I know you underrate. One of them being Byron Russell. You understand what I'm saying? These guys were solid teams. Hold on.
But go ahead.
I'm going down the roster, bro.
Yeah,
So
they ain't a lot, bro. But yeah. That's why you gotta stop at Josh Corners.
Hold on one second. So they actually had the best record in the NBA, right or wrong?
Okay, so how many Hall of Famers did Chicago Bulls have when they came up against Utah?
Hold on. Answer my question. I'm asking you a question for a reason.
When you meet a finals opponent, right? You're gonna
hold on one second.
That's the definition of the finals, man.
Africa. If you just gonna come in here and do that, and we're not gonna be able to get a point off.
All right, go ahead.
I'm trying to do it like this because I don't want to just scream all over you like I always do. So I'm actually trying to have a good conversation with you while I'm in here. Africa.
Go ahead, man. You got it, man. Right, I'm listening.
Okay. So now, let's get to this, right? So, Byron Russell, right? You didn't like him?
Byron Russell, yeah, solid role player. Okay.
Solid? Okay. Right. Okay. So they had him, Hornacek, Malone. Who else was on that team? They had a good bench too, man. They had Howard Isley coming off that bench, along with I think it was Ostertag. Who else was on that team?
Shannon
So look, they won like 63 games. They won 63 games, something like that, right? So all these teams that now have all these all-stars on it that you're talking about that played against LeBron James, how many games did those teams win?
Hey, first off, so you finished?
Hold on. Africa, I asked you that because this team won 64 games in a tougher defensive era. See what I'm saying? So again, the Utah Jazz won 64 games in a tougher defensive era than what it was when Curry played against the Warriors in them. Would you agree with that or not?
Tougher defensive teams.
No, I said, listen, did the Utah Jazz, when Jordan played them in the finals in 96, 97, did they play in a tougher defensive era, yes or no?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay, hey, well, where you going with this? Okay, go ahead, man.
Here's where I'm going with it. Hold on.
The Bulls are one of the best defensive teams ever.
Hold on. You asked me a question. Let me answer. Hold on. You asked me a question. Let me answer it. So to answer your question, sir, you bringing up that, LeBron had these Hall of Famers. They still didn't win more games than the Utah Jazz won with Karl Malone, John Stockton, and Jeff Hornacek in a tougher defensive era.
No.
Stay out of this, or you're gonna get beaten down.
You can't finesse me. First off, we got to realize this, right? You talk about all the losses. No. You don't. I heard you.
The year you talking about with LeBron. Africa, hold on. The year you talking about with LeBron. How many games? Hold on. The year you talking about with LeBron. How many games did the Warriors win that regular season? He played them in the play.
All I need to tell you this: when you're talking about the 64 win Utah Jazz. The Golden State Warriors won 73 games, only lost 9 games in a whole 82-game season, then just lost four games in a 2-week span against LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So you want to talk about great regular season teams? Give it up for the man who came 3-1 down against the greatest regular season team of all time. If you want to talk about competition, come back to my point. You went around the whole block. You spin the whole block.
LeBron had all the competition with him.
You hit yourself right in the face. Exactly. Now Herm got to overtalk it.
Africa. Hey, Africa. Chill out. Hey, chill out before I strip that dashiki off your ass. Now, hold on. Let's get to this.
That's what they got to do. That's what they got to do. Talk dirty when they getting cooked. Go ahead, man.
Hold on, Africa.
Can I talk?
Yo, man, I just done fried everybody up in here, and they still ain't answering my question about the competition. You only got Utah Jazz and John Stark to Karl Malone. Hey,
look at Ron.
Hey, thank you, Ron. Thank you, Ron, for getting it the Titans room because we don't do the facts over here, right? LeBron James plays 31 Hall of Famers in his career, right? Jordan played 9, and that's John Stark and Karl Malone twice, Gary Payton, Charles Barkley, Clyde Drexler, James Worthy, Magic Johnson. Great players, but when you talk about LeBron James, we're talking about all-time top 20 consensus players all time. What? Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili 3 times, Dirk, Jason Kidd, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Yeah, Tika done had to leave the room because the cooking got too hot in here. When we talk about competition in the finals, I thought that was a simple question that had a simple answer, man.
Africa. Okay, now I can hear you now. You was cutting out at first. I can hear you now. Now,
But look, I can flip that ticket. I can flip that on.
Hold on one second.
Can I speak?
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'm gonna
destroy him.
I can't. He was cutting in and out early, but I got him now. Don't worry, I got him now. So Africa, I was saying to you before I got cut out. Hold on. I was saying to you before I got cut out. My question to you was, did the Utah Jazz in 96, 97, did they play in a tougher era defensively than what any of those Warriors teams played in that played LeBron James in the finals?
Hey, first off, CC, this is what I'm gonna do.
No.
I'm gonna measure. No. You can't finesse the situation. Nah, you ain't doing that.
You cannot do that over here, Africa.
No.
Over here, you got to answer the questions. The Ticket TV versus the world. So here's the question: did they play in a tougher defensive era, the Utah Jazz, in 96, 97, than those Warriors teams? The year that they had KD, that they played LeBron.
I'm gonna say this: they played a better defensive team in the Chicago Bulls, a great defensive team.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you, don't finesse the question. I asked you, did they play in a tougher defensive era, meaning all around the league? It was tougher, tougher set of defense played in a season which they won 64 games, right? Which a team that you now I'm really finna deep fry your ass, and which a team in which you praised. The Golden State Warriors with KD, that year he went over there with Golden State. How many games?
He's cutting out.
In a lesser defensive league. So watch this. That was their first year. Hold on. For the first year. Hold on, P5. Be quiet. Hold on, P5. Know your role and shut your mouth.
No,
in the first year, P5. In the first year, they won 67 games in a worse defensive league. That's with KD on the team. So we talking about a team with the great KD, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and all these other dudes. They only won 3 current All-Stars on it that played in a tougher defensive era, right? But you want to just praise that team that LeBron James played in the finals over the team that Michael Jordan played in the Utah Jazz. But now let's get to cooking. So hold on, let's get to cooking, because now I'm finna put chinks all in that armor you got. So let's talk about that KD Warriors team.
Dancing. That's what you're doing. Go ahead.
Are we talking about the same KD Warriors team that swept LeBron James in the finals? The same Warriors team that James Harden, a dude with breastises, took 7 games, and if Chris Paul didn't get hurt, would have got him out of there in 6? Are we talking about the same KD Warriors team? Are we talking about the same KD's Warriors team that against the LA Strippers without Kawhi, without Paul George and the crew, with only Lemon Pepper Lou Williams and Pat Beverly, went 6 games against the Warriors with KD on the team, Curry and all them other dudes on the team? Are we talking about that same team? That same team? That's the team we talking about?
No. We're talking about the KD Warriors.
P5. I'm gonna tell Ron to ship you out of here if you don't say you say the word. P5. No. You're not in. Hey, Ron. Send him to hell, Ron. Send him to hell, man. Send him to hell, Ron. Send him to hell, Ron. Ron, get him out of here. Now let's go, Africa. Now we're gonna get to the grind. I'm putting you on the grill. So this all-time great Warriors team that you talking about. Yeah. This is a team that LeBron James, the great LeBron, got swept by in the NBA Finals. How in the hell can you justify that when in a weaker defensive era, they won 3 more games than Karl Malone did in them in a tougher defensive era with less superstars on their team? Now, not only that, sir, because I'm finna really deep fry your ass. They got taken 6 games by Pat Beverly and Lou Williams with KD on the squad. And then on top of that, sir, Chris Paul doesn't get hurt. The Houston Rockets beat him in less than 7. And they went 7. And Houston just gave up a 16-point lead in the fourth quarter, missed 27 straight threes to let them bums come back and beat them. So you talking about that team? That's the team LeBron James got swept by. Yeah,
you doing? Yeah. I'm definitely talking about that team. That's one of the teams. When we talk about competition, that's the best team that LeBron went up against. So this is how good. Hey, let me cook though. I was listening. Let me cook though, man.
What's the other team?
You done said a lot, man. Hold on.
You said
I know you don't want this cooking, man. Come on, man.
Go ahead. What's the other team? Name me the other team.
Huh? Name what?
You said that's one team. Name me the other team you talking about that played against LeBron that was just so great.
So the 73-9 team, that's a great Golden State Warriors best regular season team of all time. We can talk about the multiple times, the 3 times he went up against the San Antonio Spurs with the great Tim Duncan. So I got a question for you. How great do you? No, hold on. No. I got a question for you because you said a lot, and so let's have the conversation then. So you consider Tim Duncan top 10 all time?
Yeah, he's top 10 in my book all time.
Yeah, okay, all time great, right? Okay, you got Steph Curry top 20 all time.
Yeah,
top 25. We got top 25. You got Kevin Durant top 25 all time.
No,
top 30 all time. Dirk Nowitzki, you got him as an all time great, right? Jason Kidd, all time great point guard, right?
Dirk Nowitzki, come on, Dirk.
This is the competition I'm talking about.
Asking me where they play? You stop asking me. Hold on, Africa. You stop asking me where they play. You're just moving on now. You're just moving on because I can do the same thing. Hold on, I can do the same thing. I can go to a top 10 guy in Irvin Magic Johnson, sir. I can do the same thing. We can play the same game.
Magic Johnson, okay.
We can come out. We can play the same game.
No. How many other all-time greats?
Hold on, sir. I can also go into legends in the game, like Clyde the Glide Dresser. I can also go into legends in the game, like Charles Barkley. I can also go into legends in the game, sir, like Gary Payton in his prime. And Sean Kemp in their primes. I can also go into legends in the game, sir, like the other team with Karl Malone and John Stockton, sir. And then that's only in the West in the NBA Finals the teams he's facing, sir. We ain't even talking about.
Let me say this: when it comes to competition and the teams, right, on those teams, and they're great players, no doubt, no one denying that. And so when we talk about their teams, so how you feel when it's a fact that Jordan outnumbered all teams but the Lakers, his first ring in the finals when it comes to Hall of Fame teammates versus the other Hall of Famers on the opponent's team. How you feel about that?
Hold on, let me say. Hold on 1 second, Herm.
That's a fact.
Let me say this. Now, here's where Africa is going to get his ass destroyed by me. You're praising LeBron James for playing teams and getting his ass whooped, right? But Michael Jordan. Hold on, because I'm finna freeze your face off. I'm finna freeze your face off and send your ass back to the motherland. Now, like I said, you're praising LeBron James for playing great teams that he lost against, right? But you criticize Michael Jordan, who played a better team than LeBron James played with the Warriors, when Jordan played the Boston Celtics with Larry Bird and 4 Hall of Famers on that squad, sir.
Yeah, he lost. That's what happened. He lost.
Come on. Just like your king. Hold on, just like your king, but you take credit away from Jordan for that, right? So you're praising Jordan.
He just lost. That's all.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. I ain't finished with your ass yet.
Go ahead.
For playing legends and losing, but you won't praise Michael Jordan for playing the Pistons. Hold on. I'm not finished with you yet. I'm not finished with you yet.
LeBron James beat all those guys. You talking about all them guys. He beat all them guys. He beat the Spurs. He beat the Warriors.
Screaming all you want. I'm gonna say it again.
Hey, Jordan never beat Larry Bird. That's the difference. Hold
on. For the most part, you're praising LeBron for playing against great teams and losing.
No, and winning. As I just said, he beat everybody on that list, bro. He beat him. He beat Duncan. He beat Duncan. He beat
Duncan. Washed up Tim Duncan. Yes.
Oh, look how you doing now. Look how it is now. Now you mad at how it look like. What it look like. Nah, he beat him. He beat Tony Parker.
Hold on, Africa. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Hold on, Africa. Let me ask you a question. Right?
Yeah.
What year was Tim Duncan in when LeBron James beat him in the finals?
What year was he in? I can't pull that up, but you told me this.
No. Don't come in here. Don't come here with that talk and you don't know your facts. What year was Tim Duncan when he lost to LeBron James in the finals?
He was 30 years old when he come up against 22-year-old. He was 30 years old in the NBA, bro.
Come on. I'm going to ask you one more time. What year was Tim Duncan in when he lost to LeBron James in the finals, sir? What year was he in?
Hey, look. Hey, y'all always got to finesse it.
Africa, I'm going to ask you one more time. When LeBron James beat Tim Duncan, how old was Tim? How many years had Tim Duncan been in the league? I'm waiting on it.
He been in the league like 13, 14 seasons. Okay.
He's an old ass dude. His ass is over the hill.
He's an old ass Duncan. So why would
hold on. I ain't finished with you yet. Hold on. Stay right there. Because I'm finna show you his levels to this shit. Hold on. I'm finna show you his levels to this shit, right? So the year you talking about that he played Tim Duncan in the NBA Finals. The year you talking about?
Yeah,
They beat
2013.
Finals, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, sir.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
My man.
Go ahead.
Can you catch your breath, though? Hold on one second, bro. Hold on one second. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. All right? Now, just hold your britches. The year you talking about that LeBron James beat them dudes in the NBA Finals is what year, sir?
2013, man.
Right. Okay. Now, let's get to that. Now, Herm, Herm, I'm finna demolish this nigga, right? Now,
You've been trying. You can't do it.
Well, hold on.
You're dancing everywhere.
Herm. I got him, Herm. Hold on, Herm. I got him, Herm. And 20. Hey, hold on, Herm. Don't say nothing, Herm. In 2012, since you run around here with that fake motherland talk, how old was Tim Duncan? He was 36 years old, sucker, way out of his prime. Shut your silly ass up.
Okay, so if it was way out of his prime,
a 36. Hold on.
Wow.
He was a 36-year-old man.
You got to stretch it out this far to
Come on, I'm not finished cooking you yet. Hold on, I'm not finished cooking you yet. Time out. How old was Manu Ginobili, sir?
It took a long time to cook me, man. It takes all this kitchen work.
How old was Manu Ginobili?
All these supplies to cook me.
How old was Ginobili?
Hey, Tim Duncan was all NBA defensive second team that season. All defensive second team that season. Tim Duncan was all defense second team that season. What that sound like? That sound like the best top 10 defenders in the NBA. That's what that sounds like.
Young Africa. You my boy, but I ask you, hold on, Africa. My boy.
Nah, you ain't gonna finesse like that. I'm asking you something. What does all defensive second team sound like?
Hold on one second. We're gonna get you put on mute.
Right,
Africa, we're gonna mute you if you don't hold on. Hold on one second. I'm gonna ask you a question, dog. Because I asked you the reason why I asked you the other question. I asked you the other question was for an important reason, right? Now, the year we talking about, right? Sir? Bro, Tim Duncan was 36 years old. He was nowhere near his prime. Nowhere near. But you, hold on. Let me finish. But you giving LeBron James credit as if he played a Tim Duncan and a Tony Parker in his prime. In fact, he played a baby Kawhi Leonard. The only dude that was in their prime, the only dude that was in their prime in that series with the Spurs was Tony Parker. He was 30 years old. He was the only dude that was in his prime. Outside of that, Manu Ginobili was 35 years old, bro. So Tim Duncan was in year 16, 35, 36 years old. And you giving LeBron James full credit now. Now, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
No, my time. See how you do it.
No. Hold on.
Look at that stuff in here, man. Go ahead, man. You got it.
The world, so hold on. Because I'm going to debunk all the little bullshit points.
Yeah, where's the world, though? I don't see the picture of the world.
The points are monkey shit. The points are monkey. Now, so let's get to it, right? Hold on. Let's get to this, right? So you're saying LeBron James played Dirk Nowitzki. Bro, Dirk beat him. You're giving him credit for dudes that beat LeBron. But as I said before, that Golden State Warriors team was not better. And I'm going to repeat myself once again. The Golden State Warriors team was not better because you came in using, he had all these Hall of Famers on that team with the Golden State Warriors. When, sir, I have a simple question for you. And the question was very simple, sir. The question I had for you, young African, was how many Hall of Famers was on that Boston Celtics team that Michael Jordan lost to in the playoffs, sir?
There was a lot of Hall of Famers. There was a lot. So you know, there was a lot of Hall of Famers.
Now we hold on. So they got two things in common. Because guess what, young Africa? You cannot F with a nigga like me talking basketball. Bro.
Man, you ain't even letting me talk.
Hold on. I got
exactly.
I'm gonna teach you a lesson real quick.
Go ahead. You ain't teaching nothing, but go ahead.
Hold on. The Golden State Warriors team that you praise, they won 67 games. But sir, that's a team that LeBron James got swept by too. And you're praising him even though he played them and got swept. Sir, don't you know that Michael Jordan played a Boston Celtics team that also won 67 games? Don't you remember that, sir? Don't you remember, sir? That team had Larry Legend, Hall of Famer, sir, on that team. Don't you remember, sir, that team had Kevin McHale, sir, who was an Hall of Famer, on that team, sir? Don't you know that team had DJ on that team, the great Dennis Johnson, sir, who was a Hall of Famer, sir? Don't you know that they had Rob Parrish? You understand what I'm saying? The chief on that team, the big fella, was a what? Hold on, I'm not finished with you.
You ain't finished still?
Hold on, I'm not finished. I'm gonna cook your punk ass extra dry. Don't
hey,
you know?
Man, it take all this to cook,
hold
man.
on,
You've been in the kitchen for the last 20 minutes. Go ahead,
I'm not finished with you. Hold on, sir. Don't you know coming off the bench that year, they even had another dude that was a Hall of Famer, sir, by the name of Bill Walton. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hall of Famers on the same team might play, sir. So all this fake ass Golden State Warriors talk and he played all these top teams. How many Hall of Famers? Well, sir, Michael Jordan played a Boston Celtics team that had 5 Hall of Famers and lost 2. So he did the same thing LeBron James did, sir.
Shit, the chicken forgot about cornbread.
No, I ain't even gotta do that. Hold on. No, he wasn't on that team. He wasn't on that team.
Oh, he can. Yeah.
He wasn't on that team. But come on, Africa. So two can play this game. You said LeBron played all these Hall of Famers, and you said Mike. Hold on, Africa.
You ain't passing the ball. Look at you with the ball in your hands, man.
You said Mike never played.
Hold on,
Africa. You said Mike never played. You said Mike never played a team like LeBron did with the Warriors. I just gave you
10 minutes, so you didn't even know what I think, man. What we talking about, man?
I dare you to answer that question. Go ahead.
You're debating yourself right now, right? You're debating yourself. You gotta watch me out. You gotta talk
your whole argument.
10 minutes straight, just to claim and make the narrative what you think, and make the people forget about what the topic of the discussion was. See, I can't even get it off. Why you so emotional, man? What happened? What happened? I done fried you that quickly. You got emotional. What happened? Hey, let me get emotional. Let me get it off, though. We having a conversation. I just talked about what you just said. Nah.
You got your ass cooked.
Hey,
you can't go here screaming.
That's fear in your heart right now.
I told you to talk calmly. You didn't want to talk calm, so I bust that ass, nigga. You came in here saying, you came in here talking about all-time great teams that LeBron played. But the one thing you forgot is he lost to those teams, that KD Warriors team. He lost to them, right? So, and you said who played the team? Hold on. You said who played the team? You said who played the team with one All-Star? I just gave you one.
I said Hall of Famers first off. Hey, first off, straight out the gate, you wasn't listening. I talked about Hall of Famers. You wasn't listening. You talked about Jeff Hornacek as a Hall of Famer. I cooked you on that, right? Let me finish. No. I done heard you done talk, so I cooked you on that. Now we talk about 35 years old Tim Duncan wasn't at the prime when LeBron beat you in 2013. Hold on. I ain't finished yet. I know you're emotional. I'm just revising what just happened, and I'm about to cook you. I know you're emotional right now, Tiki. I know you like to overtalk dudes. This ain't no Ticket TV. You can't mute me, and I'm cooking you right now. So we're gonna move on, right? So 35-year-old Tim Duncan for LeBron James is too old. So what about 35-year-old? Hold on, though. What about 35-year-old John Stockton against Michael Jordan in the finals, losing the finals game by 40 points? What about that though? John Stockton was too old. John Stockton losing by 40 in the finals wasn't too old though.
What Tim Duncan, sir?
What happened?
Tim Duncan was 36, sir.
No. Answer my question though. So Tim Duncan at 35 too old. LeBron don't get credit. Jordan beat John Stockton at 35, losing by 40, averaging 9 points a game.
Jordan was 35 too, dumbass.
You're not going to win this game. Tim Duncan was 36 years old, Africa. Tim Duncan was 36 years old, sir.
Okay. And John Stockton was 35. And John Stockton was 35.
I said Ginobili was 35. Ginobili was 35. Tim Duncan was 35.
John Stockton was 35 when he came up against Jordan. How you feel about that, though?
Time out. That's my point to you. You just made my point.
What's the point?
Hold on. You just made my point. My point is you came in here and asked the question. We can rewind the tape. You said, who did Mike and them play that was on the level of the teams that LeBron James played? You said he never played a team as great as the Warriors team, those guys that LeBron James, that had all those Hall of Famers. I just cooked your ass because I went and I told you, for one, I named you some of the teams he played in the finals. But then I showed you other teams that Jordan played in the playoffs. That was way better before he even got to the finals.
In the finals. You went off script. We were talking about the finals. I don't want to hear all that. We're talking about finals.
Here's the part you leave out. Here's the part you leave out. Hold on. Here's the part you leave out. Here's the part you leave out, and here's why you're so weak. You leave out all them weak ass teams he played in the East to get to the finals.
No. What you doing is condensing the situation because you don't want to talk about the finals. We talking about the Bucks, right? We talking about the best team. Stay on the finals, man. Why you running to the first round? Talking about Boston Celtics in the East? Nah, we talking about the finals. What happened? What? Huh? Hey, you haven't named me. Which team in the 90s Jordan went up against better than the KD Warriors? Which team? Which team?
Hold on.
I asked you the Utah Jazz, the same team that lost by 40 in the finals.
You asked me a question again.
John Stockton, 35 years old. That's it. That's the team Jordan went up against. Yo, this is crazy, man. It's crazy, man.
You in the jungle. I know you think you in the jungles down there in Johannesburg. But hold on, brother. Hold on 1 second, right? Hold on 1 second.
You're at work right now, man.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let's have a respectable dialogue because I didn't want to yell with you, but I started yelling because you came in here yelling, right? So let's do this. Okay. So your question to me is what? What was your question to me just now?
Oh, my question simply that you haven't answered from the get-go was who faced the better competition in the finals?
Hold on 1 second. I asked the question and then allow me to answer it. I'm gonna let you ask it. Go ahead.
Who faced the better competition in the finals? LeBron James or Michael Jordan, bro? Simple question. You got a simple answer.
No, I told you. Hold on. I answered your question, and I said overall it was Michael Jordan, in my opinion. Listen.
No, you're wrong. And so then I asked you. So who was better than the KD Warriors? Who was better than the KD Warriors?
I explain why. Hold on. I explain why. Because across the board, Michael Jordan played more 60-win teams. Across the board, Michael Jordan was playing a heavy amount of Hall of Famers as well. But I also hit you with something else. I asked you a question in response. I answered. Hold on, Africa, because I listened to you. I answered your question in response to my question. My question to you was, who was LeBron James playing in the East before he got to the finals?
All the teams he beat. He faced teams that lost.
Hold on. Now this is where I'm gonna cremate your story. Hold on, sir. Hold on, Africa. Hold on.
Okay. So you give a lot of hype for the losses. No credit for
the Africa. If you don't do this respectfully, but get to the next person. Now, I'm trying to have this argument with you. So I'm gonna ask you again. Who was LeBron James beating in the East to get to the finals? Who was he beating? Name me the all-world players he was beating.
All I gotta tell you is you remember that Boston Celtics.
No. Africa. I want you to tell me all-world players. Hold on.
I'm about to tell you.
It was 3 rounds before the finals. Yeah. So name me the all-world players that he was beating in order to get to the finals. Don't tell me he had one hard series.
I came up in here talking about the final competition. You want to talk about the first round? We ain't doing that. You can't finesse me, man. I ain't one of them. So stay on the finals now. My topic of discussion was the finals. No, we ain't doing the whole playoff run. This and that, taking the sideways. No,
we're gonna get you out of here. Africa, we're gonna get to the next call because you trolling.
Hey, Ron, get to the next call. We talking about the finals. Hey, look, mad emotional, man.
Ron, give me to the next call. Get him out of here, Ron. Get him out of here. He don't listen. Hold on, Ron. Well, you get the next person up, Ron. He asked me a question. I answered his question. I asked him a question, and he didn't want to answer the question. I asked this buffoon, who was LeBron James playing in the East before he got to the NBA Finals? That's all I asked him. Who did he play in the East? Who did LeBron James? He had no names. Somebody tell me the great all-time greats. Look, so you're going to tell me LeBron James had one hard series in all the playoffs? He had one hard series? Tell me who he was playing on the way. Because the team I told him about the Boston Celtics, not only was that team better than the KD Warriors, but Michael Jordan had to play them dudes in the first round. Yeah, he lost, but guess what? The dudes he capping for, LeBron James got swept by in the finals too. So once again, he didn't want to answer the question. He said, no, I don't want to talk about that. I just want to talk about the finals. No, we have to talk about the teams he was playing at first. We have to talk about the losing teams he played in the first round of the playoffs, teams with losing records. That's who LeBron James was playing in the first round of the playoffs a lot of years. Teams with losing with 500 and less records. These are facts. These are absolute facts. But see, these guys don't want to bring this to you. They don't want to talk about who LeBron James was playing in the Eastern Conference before he got to the finals. They don't want to tell y'all that LeBron James played the Boston Celtics, but their best player got hurt before that series started, Isaiah Thomas. They don't want to tell y'all the year after that LeBron James played Boston again, but the best 2 players got hurt before the Western Conference Finals and Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward that year. These are facts. But don't nobody want to talk about that. Don't nobody want to talk about that. Right? See what I'm saying? He want to go all the way to the finals, right? All the way to the finals, but this buffoon couldn't give me no good teams LeBron James beat on his way to the finals. He only want to talk about one series, and this is the reason why Kobe Bryant and them better, because they played in the gauntlet of a Western Conference. Look at all the teams they had to play in the West, stacking up to get to the finals. So by the time the Lakers got through the Western Conference, they had already went through hell and back. Meanwhile, this dude LeBron James had a limousine ride to the NBA Finals. Next, pull the next one up, Ron.